Okay, and our first item is a reserve tank. Worst thing you can get. Okay, with power bombs and super missiles, that means no doors will be a problem. Total picking up a second pack of supers, that'll be useful. I've been doing the same thing. Wave beam at BT. Oh, at least we'll have a little extra firepower. Also makes that blue gate glitch unnecessary. I've been hopping the trash tank. Looks like Total's gonna do the early gauntlet again. It's nice to see a early route divergence again. speed booster, a very nice pickup at this point. Means he'll be able to check waterway right after charge.
Alright, I'm sorry for the technical issues. I'm back.
Yeah, no problem. We started a little early.
So apparently we had 2 reserve tanks already. Oh, a total. Falling down one-sided. Probably wanted both of those supers, but either way, best possible outcome. The supers right there. Three reserve tanks already. Alright, thanks chat. Also, not sure if you mentioned it already, big thanks for Lenofis for taking over the tracking. Doing a great job here. Oh, the third one was a Gauntlet. Thanks, Lenofis. Alright. So apparently Total being the only one doing early Gauntlet,
he was not paid off for it.
Yeah, definitely not. Well, however, he has that knowledge, and in the last race, we've seen 2 out of the 4 runners backtracking there. So maybe if Ivan gets there later, decides to backtrack, Total already has that knowledge, so might make up a little bit of time there. Plus, none of the runners have, except for Ivan, has E-tanks yet, so far not the super healthy seed, so even those reserve tanks might be considered to being picked up. And thanks to Wave Beam, none of the runners will have to do the Wave Gate glitch with supers. As experience shows, some runners are just doing it anyways because they forgot they have Wave Beam. Pretty common if you're so used to doing...
it's funny when you see somebody doing the glitch when they have Wave Beam.
Yeah, for sure. And phenomenal bombs for Ivan. It's definitely nice to have them this early on. Oh, and Firebreaker. Happy that he has those reserves. Taking a double hit by the side hoppers there. It's 160 damage right there.
Total almost fell down the pit. Spring ball at Waterway.
Validating his run right there. I mean, spring ball and bombs this early is really, really nice. Not only does it give you a lot of movement options, but soft blocking will not be a thing. You won't have to deal with annoying stuff like power bomb lag during like normal bomb jumps. You can just do spring ball and normal bombs here. It will just really make the game a lot less lag free since you don't have to rely on the power bombs that heavy. So that's always nice.
Yeah, for sure.
And Darko doing just what we predicted, doing the blue gate glitch with supers even though he has wave beam.
Yeah, that's what we were just
hopefully,
talking about.
Alright, gets it 5th try, so it doesn't waste too many supers on that. Always nice to see that. Again, like, you do it in like, I want to say like 90%, like probably more, like 95% of all randos you do, so it's like easy to forget. And Ivan going down. Has speed booster, so he can actually check all items that are there. wonder if any of the runners are not gonna go down. Why is Firebreaker so far ahead? Oh wait, yeah, that makes sense. Alright, never mind. I'm getting a few extra power bombs down there. Yeah, whoops. So far Darko and Total are pretty much in sync right now. Both with similar routes. And Ivan now... I'm not sure, we might actually see a ship refill. Maybe even a save there, but looks like he's confident enough to just go that way. He's gonna be pretty low on health, but I think he's fine. It's more than enough missiles to Doppler Fantoon. And obviously he has a lot of experience.
He does have a reserve tank.
Yeah, as well. Those flames though deal 60 damage, so it's honestly quite a bunch at this point of the game where they don't have that much energy, but I'm sure they'll be fine. Alright, Darko also deciding to go. Let's see what's Total doing. He is going down. Or he's just farming up, either way. Oh, that's actually a cool farming spot. I never thought about that. Oh, and Total going to early X-ray, that is pretty cool. Has Spring Ball and bombs, so it's a pretty safe thing. Okay, never mind, he does not go to early X-ray. Ah, okay, he does, but he unequips stuff. That honestly makes a lot of sense. That setup for the D-boost so there is extremely precise, and obviously both Spring Ball and Speed Booster mess with it quite a lot. Against the initial D-boost, that is probably the hardest one, I want to say. Doesn't get hit by any spikes, that's good, that looks good as well, and does not nail the last one, but doesn't get hit by spikes either. So now they're... Yeah, he can bomb jump, he could use a Spring Ball setup, he's good. As long as he doesn't take more additional spikes hits, he's fine.
I love seeing these kind of strats.
Yeah. It's always really unfortunate if you miss that final D-boost. Really sucks. Oh, and using the iframes of the Waver there, does not manage to get it first try, but with another spike hit, he damage boosts up quite directly at the platform. So he has 140 energy now, plus the stuff that is in reserve. So he is fine. He could even do the risky method of going over there. Oh, and yeah, with that never you think he's fine. Yeah,
that'll help him get back though.
Yeah, he can do a super quick method to going back now. No problems there.
Not what he was hoping for, but it'll work.
Definitely not. If you're committing to that, obviously it's kind of risky and pretty hard to execute with those D-boosts. You're hoping for something that gives you an advantage over your opponent, but not too bad. In total, using pretty good, interesting setup for the back way. He's counting the fade outs of the background, and when that's happening 5 times, he starts the D-boost, only takes 2 spike hits, and then meets the waivers in the middle. Then he can just take another waiver hit and then just damage boost over. Pretty cool setup. He explains that all in this any percent glitch tutorial. It's pretty cool. And Vanilla Varia. Alright. So that's looking pretty good for Firebreaker right now. And Toll as well, since he's going to that direction as well. Ivan just finishing off Fen 2. We're gonna see if there's gonna be the second suit here in Red Chip again, like it was with last seed. Yeah. So far, pretty cool. In both races, 2 different routes. It's always fun to see. And wait, screw attack at... Yes, of course, screw attack at Spacer. So that's pretty cool movement options right there. For everyone who goes down first. Alright.
Yeah, the seed is looking really good for that route of Kraid, Ridley, Dragon, Phantom.
Definitely. Also pretty super heavy so far. Already enough ammo to finish off Riddler, so that's always pretty cool. And oh my god, Gravity's too, dude. Just like last seed, at the exact same spot, of course. Alright, so okay. Is this even randomized, dude? Is this even randomized? Okay, so just exact same situation as last time, really. Varia directly on the way down, and Gravity at direct ship. I don't know, I kind of feel like I'm commentating the same race over and over again.
It's Nietzsche's eternal return. You're doomed to commentate the same race over and over and over.
Yeah, it's probably one of those movies where you wake up at the same morning over and over again, so you like do something super good to mankind and then you can continue on. But otherwise, I'll just have to commentate the same race seed over and over and over again.
Groundhog Day is a great movie.
Oh yeah. And Space Jump. I don't know, it seems like Wrecked Ship early is really paying off so far. Groundhog's Day, yeah, thanks guys. We have a different name for that in Germany. I don't know, so both Space Jump and Gravity obviously pretty good. Like, as soon as the runners are gonna go down again, and they're gonna get very SU, they're pretty much set to like go to Lower North right away. There's nothing that's gonna stop them. They can go anywhere rather quickly, so yeah, it's pretty cool. And Darko kills off the ghost with 65 health left. We'll have to be a little bit careful for the rest of the wrecked ship here, but since he's gonna collect Gravity Suit soon anyways, he will not have too bad of a time. Pretty cool decision to check that miner there from Ivan. It's obviously not super slow with Space Jump, it's just something you usually don't think of. Rarely ever see people check here.
Yeah, it can be hard to get to if you don't have something like Space Jump, so I guess people tend to forget about it.
Yeah. I feel like it's one of those items that is really hard to find for casual players. Like, there are a few that are just almost impossible if you don't have a guide or saw like a friend playing it. Now let's see what the bowling items hold for us. If it's... I mean, at this point, Wrecked Ship really already paid off, to be fair. That Space Jump and that Gravity Suit made it totally worth, but there's gonna end up even more stuff here in Wrecked Ship. It's just gonna be an absolute blast for Ivan here.
I missed Firebreaker picking up Grapple Beam. Where was that?
I'm not sure. At high jump boots.
Here it is. Total's grabbing it right now.
Yeah. Firebreaker definitely having a way easier time of getting over here. Both with his suit and grapple beam, making that a lot easier than the damage boost method that Total had to use. So for Ivan here, just another E-tank, and we're gonna see what gravity is pretty soon. Also interesting, Darko making the same decision as he made last time, skipping the remaining wrecked ship items. I mean, it's kind of obvious that he does the same route because it's literally the same thing as last seed, but I still find that interesting that he does not even bother with the remaining items. Oh, an ice beam for Ivan. That's a very nice item. That wrecked ship was just completely loaded. Like, gravity suit, obviously one of the best items in the randomizer. Ice beam, probably the most useful utility item. And then space gem, just for better movement. It's just really, really good seed for early wrecked ship. And Tolo is gonna have a hard time making up the time that he loses by not going there first.
Yeah, skipping those 2 items at wrecked ship is interesting as a go-to strategy. I mean, it pays off a lot in the time you save, but it can really backfire if something important is one of those 2 items.
I mean, Darko... I mean, Ice Beam would have been nice, but he can always just do Speed Boost to Zap Skip if he needs to. And Space Jump is nice, but with High Jump it can be really well compensated, and you rarely ever need it the most times. For most of the stuff it's barely a time save, but nothing too exciting. Firebreaker checking all the extra mages. We have already seen Gauntlet here. Total checked it like way earlier. Speaking of which, High Jump boots. I think that's might be the sign for Total to just go down to Norfair now. To Lower Norfair. Has some pretty good options of just moving around there without any problems. Can do High Jump, Lava Dive, which is pretty free, especially if you're someone who knows High Jump is Lava Dive, and it's like, I'm sure Total can easily do that.
Yeah, with a little practice, High Jump, Lava Dive is pretty consistent for people to do it.
Firebreaker really thankful that he has the Varia suit there, taking almost no damage through the acid there. Usually you would take twice as much damage as he did, but since they removed all environmental protection from Gravity Suit, they balanced it out by giving Varia twice as much, so that's pretty cool. Ivan breaking the tube in advance for a faster meteor entrance, and Total almost done with his upper Nova cleanup. Only has Wave and Crocomile left to check, and I assume we're gonna see him go to Lower Norfair in just a bit after checking Wave Beam.
Ivan and Total are already looking pretty good in the supers.
Yeah. Definitely understandable at that point. Ivan is going to find Varia in just a second. And after that, he's in go mode. He really doesn't need anything anymore. And since the seed has been so super heavy at the start, like you can see Ivan already with 40 supers. At this point, it's really a viable option just to go for the ammo rather than keep going out of the way for a potential major that might be charge beam.
Yeah, they don't really need to go out of their way to check majors or minors. They can just pick up what's along the way.
Also, Total going this way to Lower Norfair. don't think I've ever seen people going there without a gravity suit, so that's pretty cool. Obviously won't take a lot of damage because of the environmental protection of Varia that I just talked about, but obviously gonna be pretty slow moving through that lava. But it looks pretty fun. Alright, Firebreaker now coming up on Fantoon, Darko picking up even more supers. And Ivan now, with almost every item he would ever want, I assume we're gonna see a very quick low and low for here by him. And Spazer. And he's actually picking it up. So, with the normal lava dive, gets it first try, no problem. Oh, and also, interesting, he has enough ammo to Crystal Flash. So, the enemies down here still deal a significant amount of damage in total, but if he ever runs low, he could even Crystal Flash and he'd be fine.
Well, with Shrew Attack, there is a lower Norfail is pretty much... Shrew Attack pretty much takes all the danger out of it.
That is true. Going for GT. Has multiple nice setups to escape that room. I assume we're gonna see him going for the speed booster high jump screw attack setup out of the refill room. That's a pretty good one. And just enough heat tank for total. And I'm getting grapple beam here now. I can't remember what high jump boots were. I think it was Norfair Reserve. I'm not 100%
It was
sure.
a Norfair Reserve. Yep, it was there.
Thinking of this. So, unless Ivan is going to check a lot more majors at this point, which I kind of doubt, he's probably not going to get those, because that's like pretty far out of the way major. So we're farming up a little bit of supers here. That's definitely one of the best points you could use to do that. And Firebreaker is done with the ghosts. So almost all of them have been down now, so put some hype tune in chat, please. Wait, do we not have hype tune? We have hype tune, alright. Thank you very much.
It's interesting how many more E-Tanks total has than Ivan.
Yeah, Ivan, also in the last race, going for a pretty low amount of E-Tanks. I mean, obviously gonna save him a lot of time for the item fin fairies, but also a lot less safety. So he's apparently pretty good with going with this low amount of E-Tanks into the run. Obviously not holding himself the option open of doing stand-up glitch. Which is, I mean, even in optimal conditions, just skipping all the E-Tanks is still faster than doing stand-up glitch, so...
Total had a little trouble with the wall jump out of worst room in the game, but he got it.
And still at a really good amount of energy. 733 plus his reserves, that's pretty much optimal. Has all the ammo he needs, he can just rush into this Ridley. And Ivan, with the interesting play of going to Crocomire, that is pretty cool.
Charge it, grapple, quote me.
Huh. You heard him, chat. Quote him. Oh, Darko attempting the right side bubble mountain climb. Dang. Wait, did Ivan just get a double super in there? That's an excellent Bottoon fight. Sorry, not Bottoon, that's Crocomire. Excellent Crocomire fight here by Ivan. Firebreaker continuing his wreck chip grind unlike Darko, so he's gonna get rewarded with Space Jump, and if he continues, eventually even Ice Beam. which might make a difference later on in the run. Ivan already banking on a lot of ammo. So he's definitely gonna have this chargeless seed in mind, which at this point is really the only thing that's missing him to be in go mode is more ammo. Darko now with a high jump is gravity jump here. That one is a little bit more tricky than the normal gravity jump you would have to do here. Needs some semi-precise wall jumps, and the timing for the actual gravity jump is pretty tight. Oh my god, that just paid off so well. Oh yeah, wait, we have to quote you. Wait, there we go. Guys, don't forget to quote Wumpus. He called it. So yeah, Ivan is in go mode right now. He really does not need to check any single more majors or minors. He is good to go. I assume we're just gonna see him like directly rush to Ridley and then finishing off with a quick Meridia rush.
And of course, we're all hoping for a game 3, so let's root for Ivan on this one.
Of course, we want both of those wrestlers to get into round 3, and Darko still having trouble with that high jump as gravity jump. Definitely not the easiest method to do this. His alternative would be a normal high jump as lava dive, so that's not that much easy either. But he has to watch his health a little bit. He did not collect nearly as many E-tanks as Total did, for example, or even Firebreaker. In fact, has the lowest amount of E-tanks from all the racers. So he has the option to Crystal Flash, so he won't run into like super hard problems.
He also only has 10 energy in his reserve right now.
Yeah. Alright, that looks good. Okay. Let's has to get past this Nami here. This part can be really tricky. trying to super missile the Nami here. That is that unfortunately does not work. Those Nami Haze are like invulnerable to almost anything. The only way you can actually kill them, as I recently learned, is going inside them and then performing a screw attack jump inside the things, and then you can kill them. It's completely impractical and not used for anything, but it's that's the way to go. And Firebreaker picking up his Ice Beam. Total also, well, apparently not banking on too much more ammo. Oh, Pseudo Screw works too. Well, either way, some kind of screw attack from inside works to kill those guys, but the super does not work. That works on the weaker versions of those guys, but not on the Nami Haze itself. Yeah, Total is definitely already banking on Charge's Seed. However, since he still doesn't have gravity, I kind of predict him going to Crocomire, and then ultimately finding his Charge Beam. Darko finally getting gravity jump up there, and can enter low enough in our GG.
Yeah, he lost a few minutes there, but it should be pretty smooth from here on out.
So the question is, what is Total going to do now? Are we going to see another Crocomire fight, and when is he going to go to the wrecked ship? Looks like Total is forming up a little bit. Yep, sure goes to Crocomire. We'll get rewarded with Charge Beam, which is definitely not what he wants at this point, but it's better than nothing. Even though, honestly, at this point, I think Total would really prefer a Ice Beam, because that would pretty much put him in coma for Pseudosmerdia, Here's Spring Ball, Grapple Beam, High Jump Boots, Ice would be like the last thing you would be missing. Would make for a super quick Sudus Meridia.
Yeah, and he's almost there with the supers anyway.
Yeah, for sure. Firebreaker being the first one heading to Meridia instead of Norfair like the others did. So he might... At this point we're really only missing one more major, which is Plasma Beam. Well, and X-Ray, but yeah, X-Ray. So he might be the first one to find it.
Darko doing a good job with that bomb jump.
Oh yeah. Total finishing off Barkemeyer, going for that spike suiting again. Unfortunately hitting the bad frame there, not getting it. Yes, we have seen Suitless Meridia already in this tournament. And Ivan finishing off Dragon, the Dragon. Not Dragon. The bird.
Space Pelican.
Exactly. That guy.
The second most annoying pelican in video games.
What would be the most annoying then?
Caliper.
Ah, right. Firebreaker picking up more ammo. In total with his charge beam now.
And Darko doing another bomb jump this time in worst room in the game.
So since One Away has been checked early, and Total has already been to X-Ray and Gauntlet, he knows that gravity, or well, he knows that Ice Beam or Gravity have to be in Wreck Ship. So I assume he's gonna head there right away, unless he's gonna go for an extreme gamble. I don't know. Like, the thing is, with High Jump and Spring Ball, you would not even need Ice Beam for Suitless Meridia, not at all. It would not even be difficult. It would just cost a lot more time with the extra pauses for the gravity jumps. It's just... You know, the thinking that I have right now, like, he knows that, due to the tournament logic, it could be required that Suitless Meridia is done if you have all those items, like Ice Beam, High Jump Boots, and Grapple Beam. So he might take a gamble, thinking like, okay, if Ice Beam is in Wrecked Ship, but not the suit, then Suitless Meridia will be required anyways. So I think it's unrealistic that he'll do that, but just, it would not be too far away to think that he would go to maybe on Mama Cholo now, since that would be like rather free. Yeah, he is, looks like he's going to Wreck Ship now. I'm just leaving Lower Norfair. Gonna head straight out and into Meridia. So he at this point is definitely ahead of Total, like quite a bit. Darko and Firebreaker both coming up on their second last boss, however completely different ones. Interesting on this race, both runners do not have Charge Beam yet. So for those it might really come down, who's gonna go to Croc and who's just gonna collect a lot more supers on the way.
I wouldn't be surprised if both of the upper racers didn't get charged at all this race.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Firebreaker's going for the grapple Dragon kill.
That is a very nice way to kill Dragon, not gonna lie. We all love some deep fried shrimp. It's always nice to see. Way better than the microwave shrimp, if you ask me, but... I mean, who likes microwave shrimp anyways? That's gross. Darko doing an excellent job with this Ridley header manipulation. Getting a good job not missing too many supers here. Not getting damaged too much himself. It looks like Total is gonna go for another X-Factor fight. This is exactly like race 2, like race 1. It's
Similar
so
to
complete.
strats.
Yeah, the only thing different is that Ivan this time has George. Like that's the only difference in this race. It's so weird.
But I think that's gonna make the difference. He's ahead.
Yeah, for sure that's gonna make the difference. Ivan is now almost at his final boss, while Total is just at his second last. And Ivan with a nice happy there.
Well, the main problem for Ivan last game was the time he needed to find all the miners he needed.
Oh yeah. I mean, to be fair, this seed was super generous with supers already on. You can see like Ivan already at 45, Total at 55, with like nearly any going out of the way for extra miners. So this has been pretty generous. Total with a nice Fantoon kill. Really well executed here. Ivan going for the speed booster kill instead of the grapple beam method. Looks like he's nailing those transbugs pretty well. Can be pretty difficult to nail them, especially since like mostly from like any percent, 100%, whatever, you're used to have high jump boots with that X-Factor setup. But actually getting enough height and nailing the exact height to get those X-Factors in at the right position can be pretty difficult, but Ivan makes it look easy.
Yeah, and the height for those sparks is the most important thing for determining damage.
Yeah, like you can be just a few pixels off until like 1,000 less damage. It's pretty important to nail it properly.
You basically want to be right on level with the eye.
Yeah. Which in most cases is a little bit higher than where high jump boots can bring you, but again, I'm making a pretty good job. Getting enough damage per spark. Firebreaker demonstrating us how good of an item X-Ray is. And discovering Plasma Beam, the only item which position we did not know yet. Unfortunately, Spring Ball without a high jump does not quite reach that gap. Might be using some bomb jumping or some instant morph. There we go, alright. Total now, with his gravity suit, going down immediately. Is probably a little bit annoyed by the fact that it's been at the same location twice for him.
He definitely isn't upset about that plasma pickup, but he probably doesn't realize he's not going to see charge this game. Because I doubt he's going to Crocomire.
Well, we haven't seen Firebreaker going to Norfair, like... Well, except for like 2 majors, he's been not at the Norfair at all. So he might be going out of his way, we're not sure yet. Is he actually gonna go for Plasma Beam or Spring Ball, dude? Wow. Firebreaker making the plays here. Checking Shaq Tool for what item he holds. So, we have, just as a reminder, we have a big bunch of wonderful Shaq Tool emotes. So either if you love Shaq Tool, or if you hate Shaq Tool like me, make sure to post some Shaq Tool emotes in chat to express your love or your hate, I guess.
And he's just gonna find a reserve tank.
Oh yeah. Troll is reserve tank. And Darko keeps checking more majors in upper Northern. So even though he is in combo pretty much, he's still checking majors, so we might actually see him going down to Crocomire, finding that charge beam. That is correct. Check Tool could do better commentary than we could. There's no better commentary than Check Tool. That's why we need to kill him, because if Check Tool would run the job, we would be without any. So kill Check Tool every day. Total with an excellent Martoon fight so far, but Ivan forgets about that reserve tank. I see that happen so often. It happens to me quite a lot as well, I'm not gonna lie. When you're in the early game and you're slow and you think like, yeah, I'm gonna skip that, I have time. And when you're in the late game, you have speed booster and you just want to go to G4, you just run into that and you think like, yeah dude, why did I just do that? Why did I not remember that?
Yeah, it sucks you have to skip that tank twice.
Ooh, Firebreaker with some nice gravity jumps out of Spring Ball Pit after getting punished for going there with a white tank. But making the bad decision of not killing Shaq Tool, that's gonna cost him my personal approval. Yeah. Oh, and Ivan with excellent Metroid rooms. Really clean movement here. Even though he doesn't have high jump boots, so even better. And Darko skipping right past Crocomire. So we're just gonna see him going to Meridian now, and then he's good to go. Might pick up a few more things in the way. Again, there are some pretty convenient miners you can just check on the way. And he's good. In total, with another cool X-Factor setup here on Dragon. Getting trolled by quite a few too many swoops here.
Yeah, he did that last time, last race too, the X-Factor speed booster strat, just like any percent.
Oh yeah. And making quite a good job with it. Ivan, facing right, collected Spring Ball, run is absolutely validated. And Total, unfortunately, not getting Blue Suit. Might be going for another Spark Suit, apparently not. Seemed pretty consistent with that, so... Oh, X-Ray, and skipping it. I mean, at this point, there's really no point in in still getting it for real. Ivan going for the speed booster zap skip, even though he has ice, and he nails it first try. Nicely done. Oh yeah, saves him, obviously saves him to do the down back method for the ice booster method, or just de-equip screw attack, so... It's definitely not the easiest workaround, but it's a workaround, so that's pretty cool. Firebreaker getting his high jump boots, he's well set up, he has all the majors now except for Charge Beam. It's definitely the cleanest movement out of all the runners here, with all his items. And Ivan just on Mother Rain too.
Yes, a super does the same damage as a charge shot with that beam setup, the route beam setup. So it's 60 total, so he needs 34 charge shots, and then he can unload the supers.
Which definitely has the higher DPS. And it looks like he kept track of that and is just gonna finish off with just a sufficient amount of supers. It's not even bothering with the catch-up, just standing right in it. Total now on his way to G4, not gonna make up that much space anymore. Especially since he doesn't even have Ice Beam, so he's gonna have a slower fight than Ivan had. Darko now on his final boss, and Firebreaker taking his time, getting the final items he needs, or the final item he needs, I should say. So yeah, as it looks right now, we're definitely going to have a game 3 Total versus Ivan, which is scheduled directly after this. So if you want to know how this ends, don't go anywhere because we're going to have it right here. Same goes for Darko and Firebreaker. They're match 3 if one happens to happen. It's going to be here on this channel directly after this as well. As of right now, it kind of looks though like Darko is going to take this. He has all bosses down, and is way closer to G4 than Firebreaker is, who still needs to be Ridley.
Yeah, he has a lot less. He has a lot fewer items, but he's way ahead in progression.
So now entering Turian, whereas Ivan is finishing off Mother Brain 3. Oh, a Total with a... dodging those extra Metroids by using Spring Ball. Avoiding to take a little bit of extra damage there. If you have more Metroids latched onto you, they actually deal more damage, so like... it actually stacks per Metroid, so that's definitely a cool way to avoid this extra damage. You could also use Screw Attack to avoid damage, and obviously every time the Powerbomb explosion is on screen, he's not going to take damage either, so has to watch out here a little bit. This Powerbomb strat of killing the Metroids always is a little bit health draining, but he's fine. He has a good execution here and has more than enough E-tanks to go through this with only Powerbombs.
I've seen a few runs that end that way, with getting a couple too many Metroids on you at the wrong time.
Oh yeah, for sure. Always back when that happens. Ivan now done with the escape, and has officially done with a time of 54 minutes and 38 seconds, improving his personal race PB by 4 minutes and 19 seconds. That is really respectable. Sub 55, really good time, so GG to Ivan here at this point.
Yeah, that was a very excellent run. Shows how powerful early charge can be in these
Oh yeah, for sure. I did not see if Total faced right. I think he did. I usually expect someone like Total to face right, but I'm just gonna call her unvalidated. He's Spring Ball as well, so it's fine.
So Darko is choosing to do Gauntlet now, kind of like you mentioned at the beginning.
Yeah, he has, I don't know, he has 45 missiles, 70 supers. He has more than enough leeway. If he doesn't miss like any shots on Mother Brain 1, he's gonna have 9 supers, or 27 missiles of leeway, so that is pretty decent in this position. He shouldn't have any trouble with that. And
I
even
think
getting
he
2
was-
more supers.
I think he was hoping for ice there.
Yeah. That's another thing. He with that much ammo, he does not even need to destroy he doesn't even need to skip the Zebetite. Like, he has literally enough to just destroy the Zebetite with ammo and still finish off Mother Brain with just ammo. It's just, he did some really good management of that this race for sure.
Yeah, total did the Zebetite skip.
Zebetite skip. Alright. So while Total is destroying Mother Brain 2, let's have a look at the stats that really matter on Ivan's screen. 11 minutes indoors and 18 seconds aligning doors. Wasted time right there. Only took 5.5 minutes in Meridia. Dang. 82 shard shots, no SBA, that's unfortunate, and 34 super missiles. That's some impressive stats right there. Darko now also in Turian. He's already pretty low on health. Has to watch out here just a little bit. Has more than enough power bombs though, so won't have to worry about that. Alright, post some dear forwards in chat for Ivan. Oh, in total, setting up for stand-up pitch, nice. Definitely not gonna save nearly as much time as like an 100% run, since he only has Wave and Spacer. Still gonna save a few seconds, like 3 times save right there, so nice that he's going for it. And Darko with 47 health after those Metroid rooms.
It was calculated.
Absolutely. I mean, if you would have blinked for a second there, you might have actually thought that he would have gotten baby skip. That was so fast. Firebreaker farming up for his Ridley fight. Pretty good ammo count, so don't think he'll run into a lot of trouble with that. Darko with the speed boost to Zepskip. Not even struggling. Very nicely done. Yeah, 45-76. 78 even? I think it's at, yeah, 78. This point is just pretty amazing. Won't have to worry about missing shots too much, as more than enough leeway. Same as Firebreaker, who enters Ridley with 50 supers. so almost twice as much as he would need. With power bombs and super anonymous, he probably has twice as much as he needs.
Yeah, he can shoot 20 into the walls for good luck if he wants to.
Yeah. Darko doing an excellent job with that other brain fight, not missing any shots and just spamming it right into Mother Brain's face. And GG to total after finding that ship entrance, finishing off with a official SRL race time of 1 hour, 1 minute, and 43 seconds. GG. Also, thanks a lot total for not murdering the animals multiple times like you did in your previous races. I appreciate that. So yeah, Darko now just gonna finish Mother Brain free in just a second here, while Firebreaker has finished its final boss and is just gonna head to G4. Probably gonna pick up a few more ammo packs on the way. Does not have white yet enough. Yeah, while we're at this point, we didn't mention the last race, but this time for sure, please make sure to follow the runners. They put a hell of a show here for us, and they're obviously all pretty good, as you can see right there. So yeah, follow Ivan, follow Total, follow the little snowman on Darko stream, and follow Firebreaker.
And for any fans of the old route, any percent, Ivan's 44.36 is an amazing run and definitely worth watching.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's a pretty good one. Anyone who can claim to have won a GDQ any percent race is definitely considerable one of the top tier runners of this game in like forever. I'm not sure if the snowman is like actually mad or if he's sad or if he has just some kind of health problem. It's kind of hard to determine actually. Might be all three of that.
He has epilepsy and all these flashing lights are messing him.
Yeah, very true. And all the explosions running around, not really friendly for young snowmen like that. Darko faking to go down there. Doesn't do it. And Darko has got done with a official SO race time of 1 hour 4 minutes and 55 seconds. GG to Darko for taking this race 2 here. Fortunately, Firebreaker and Darko were not going to have a third match here. Again, Total and Ivan is going to be directly after that. But yeah, GG to both Firebreaker and Darko. Firebreaker, unfortunately, not being in the tournament after that anymore, has been kicked out, and Darko can proceed in the losers bracket. Next off, gonna be facing someone, whoever that may be. I can't really find him right now. Yeah, he's gonna either Menashne. No, sorry, he's gonna fight Menashne in the next round. So that's something. Ivan and Total in the SOL chat vastly discussing about how the seed went horribly wrong. Apparently both not really satisfied with the outcome of this. Also interesting, Ivan and Total with 38 and 39%, so pretty close to each other there. Aside from like totally different routes, that's still pretty close, both from the item percentage counter and their actual times. Firebreaker making the wise choice of killing Crocomire, which will grant him the last major that he needs. It's gonna completely black out that tracker, which we rarely ever see in those randomizers. And it's gonna collect charge beam like grapple beam.
100% randomizer. I've always wanted to see somebody do a low percent randomizer.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Wonder if we could figure out like the lowest, like the optimal seed for a low percent rando. That would be pretty cool. Also, looks like Chiliface is going to take over Lenifis' place for tracking for the third race. So again, shoutouts to Lenifis for doing the tracking for us so far. And welcome Chiliface for doing the tracking for us in the next race. And get another Deer Force ready for Darko here. %. No, wait. Yeah, 50%. Alright. So we're actually going to see Firebreaker finishing this. Well, if we see him finish this run. Kind of unfortunate that he reset it. Just wanted to like get the races going, but he doesn't have any pressure now, so we can just see him finish with all those amazing items. We'll have by far the best Turian and by far the fastest Mother Rain fight out of all of the runners.
Well, this is his tournament swan song, so he might as well
Yeah,
enjoy the end of it.
Last run we're gonna see from Firebreaker in this tournament, so this is his show right now.
We need some flex hype for Firebreaker in the chat.
Yeah. Looks like we're going to see a final refill from Firebreaker. Firebreaker actually, I'm not sure if he picked up all the reserve tanks, but it seems like only missing 2 E-tanks, and apart from that, 100% majors. I think he's missing 1 reserve tank though, not quite sure. Firebreaker actually with an interesting strategy here, collecting all the Metroids on his back and then destroying them all at once. That's pretty cool. Needs to watch out that he doesn't get eaten too much, but looks like he's gonna be fine. Also, very interesting property since he has Screw Attack. The Metroids are just gonna propel from him as long as he's spin jumping. So that's also pretty interesting. Gonna make it a little bit harder to collect those Metroids actually onto him since he constantly needs to break out of spin, but still a pretty cool strat. I like to see that. Alright, there you go. So already gonna see a baby skip by Firebreaker here. Don't think we have seen a single baby skip in all those races yet, so would be pretty cool. Ah, looks like he's damaging
Start my
himself down.
computer.
Alright. Firebreaker will by far have the easiest Mother Brain fight. We saw other races with like Spacer, Ice, and Wave on total screen, even only Space and Wave in charge shots. On Darko, even the only ammo method. But since he has all beams, he can just fire 20 charge shots, which will deal 900 damage per shot, ultimately adding up to 18,000 damage, which is just enough to kill Mother Brain. Pretty easy fight, especially with this amount of E-Tanks. He'll not have any problems with that, for sure. Getting a little bit unlucky with the Zep skip, but nails it second try. Well done. And now just about to finish the run. Doing the good old jumping into her face method, I really enjoy that one. Choosing to use the more satisfying method of pumping a lot of ammo into her face, I cannot blame me for that one. So it is pretty satisfying just pumping that much ammo like right into her face. Damaging himself down for a single rainbow beam. Won't have any struggle, can just sit back, relax, enjoy the cutscene. And then he's ready for the escape. Oh, it looks like second race channel is already being set up. Let me actually check. Alright, yeah. Looks like second race channel is already up. And the Metroid, once again, what should I say? It is how it is. Metroid is gonna die.
Baby
the last
thump.
of its kind, yeah. And then other M happens. And from a single particle on Samus suit, it will be replicated. And many more Metroids will come into existence. But also the evil Ridley, which apparently is a cute plushie in baby form.
And refuses to die, I might add. Ridley just will not stay dead.
Yeah, I don't know, like in cyborg form, in whatever form, in weird X-Parasite form, he just doesn't die. I always found it pretty interesting that, like, one of the main bosses in the Metroid series is a dragon. Like, it feels so out of place in like a science fiction kind of game, putting such a fantasy-based boss, like, right into there as, like, one of the central roles, like, definitely one of the most central roles in the entire lore. With Ridley killing Samus' parents on some kind of weird space colony so that she's getting raised by Chozos. Talking about lore, dude. such a bad game to talk about lore. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, some of the lore is pretty interesting. I always enjoyed like reading the scans in like Prime 1 in the research facilities of the Space Pirates, where they talk about like replicating Chozo technology with Space Pirates recreating the Morph Ball and their bones getting crushed on the Thames, and all the families get is like extra food rations. It's pretty sick. They put a lot of thought into that. It's often overseen. It's kind of like smiled down, but I think it's pretty cool, really. Hope you guys are also hyped for Metroid Prime 4, because I am, even though I don't even own the console to play it on. Either way.
If it's being developed by Retro, it'll probably be a good game.
I think so too. I don't think like Retro has a lot of experience. They know that what they're doing and they know what the fans want. So, like especially after the game we don't want to talk about, the one on the 3DS that never existed. I think they are pretty well aware of what we really want for another Metroid game. And Firebreaker going down, my man. What are you doing?
Invalidating his validation.
Absolutely.
But being a total axe murderer, killing the animals. Like, what are you doing?
That was always such a dumb theory. Like, I never understood that. Like, I watched this MadPad video and I can't look behind it. Like, it doesn't make any sense for me. There are like a thousand videos just like proving MadPad's video wrong, proving the X-Parasite theory wrong. It's just so weird that like actually became a meme. I don't know, dude. And oh wait, he has bombs. He can actually go out there. Like that happened to me in both of my races. I was like going down there and I forgot that I don't have bombs, and I got so much struggle getting Alcatraz escape again with high jump boots during this escape, dude. It's so weird. Either way, now finally, Firebreaker has has put a hell out of a show for us. Thank you very much for finishing with a time of 1:22.09. Post some love for Firebreaker in chat, please. This is the last race he has in this tournament, so he deserves some loves and some GGs. And we're gonna say goodbye to Firebreaker with a final Deer Force in a few minutes.
I would like to point out that in an hour and 15 minutes, there will be a game 3 between Desi Got Wrecked and Elio Dixie. They might move that. They might move that up to the start to match the Total Ivan game 3. They're working on that right now, though.
Oh, so like right now?
But it seems like that might not happen. So that's probably going to start as scheduled. That will be on Speed Gaming 2.
All right. Wait, in 1.5 hours, you say?
In an hour and 15 minutes. They start at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Well, so, like, according to the times that we got from those runners yet, like, roughly after this race finishes.
Yeah.
Alright.
This race might still be going on, but roughly after this one, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be the last race as well, yeah, right. There are no other races finished, like, scheduled for today, other than this, last one, the game 3 versus Ivan and Tolo, and what you said, Desi and Helio, at 6 p.m. on Speed Gaming 2 then. Yeah, alright. So thanks for the update. If we overexpand, I'm gonna tell them to activate the multi-Twitch link, if that's gonna be a thing. And yeah, you're gonna drop out for tracking now, Lenofist?
Yes, I am. Thank you for letting me join today.
Oh yeah. Thanks for tracking. Thanks for that last minute's co-commentary. Always a pleasure with you.
And thanks for doing commentary today, guys. It was awesome.
It was a lot of fun for sure. And yeah, I think Cheatyface is going to take it from here, right?
Yes, he is.
Alright.
So make sure to follow Cheatyface, best tracker. Follow Ponk, best commentator. Follow Wampus, best commentator. Follow Fiesel, best organizer ever.
Yep. Follow Leno, best checker as well. Or not? Oh, by the way, thanks for commentating my first match against Subarov. I watched that back. That was pretty cool. Didn't come around to tell you that. I'm not sure why I am a potato farmer, but I'm gonna question that another time.
I'll have to watch that back because I'm not really sure what you're talking about.
I'm sure you don't. Alright, dude.
Alright.
Well, either way.
Thanks.
See you later, dude. Alright, hopping onto the Ivan Total match 3 race. Looks like the seat got handed out. We have, I think Fiesel switched to the wrong guys, though. So yeah, we have to see. We're just gonna get Total and Ivan up here in just a second. So yeah, this is gonna be the deciding match. Who's gonna continue, Ivan or Total? Again, I have kind of a personal interest in who's gonna win this match, because I'm currently in the position I'm gonna have my next tournament tomorrow, and if I win, I'm gonna be facing the winner of this best of 3. So obviously, I'm hoping for a good matchup here. And if I lose, obviously Alexa will hope for a good matchup, so we'll see about that. We have Holz, Waver, Zoa, and Garuda. Sounds like a wreck chip first seed. Not sure. Might even be Suitless Murdia.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a Suitless Meridian.
Alright, I'm hyped for that. I like Suitless Murdia, like a lot.
Pantsless Meridia.
Yeah. I'm not sure what people have against other M. It's like I understand it sucks. Like all the story bullshit and Samus's voice is just garbage, but like gameplay wise it's like pretty good. Like I really like this kind of 2D gameplay with 3D elements. I really enjoy that a lot, and like the gameplay feels extremely smooth. And I mean, people still like Fusion, even though that's just the same story bullshit, so I'm not quite sure why, like, Other M gets all the hate. Like, if you get, like, past the first 2 minutes, 2 hours of Other M, you'll really enjoy it. It's such a good game. Play is really fluent. Alright, and looks like we're about to go in this race here. And